What's up?
Hey, how you doing? Hope everyone's doing
Doing okay. How are you?
doing just fine. I'm a little under the weather, but I will survive.
I will survive. Why don't you sing that for me?
I can't sing.
No, you can't sing.
One want that.
Under the weather, but I will survive.
So what's been going on besides feeling under the weather?
Not too much. Been working and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to my Thanksgiving holiday, but so yeah, I've been trying to buy some pops. I got a bunch of stuff I got to do videos. I'm so far behind on videos right now. I just can't pull myself together to get it done. So, how about you?
You have just Thanksgiving Day off, or do you have the Thanksgiving and the whole weekend?
I get half a day on Wednesday and then Thursday, Friday. So that's what normally I get. So some people will take the whole week off at my office, but I decided not to do that. So they'd asked me to help with the turkey and stuff like that. So this is a good excuse not to have to do that. So my job is to eat the turkey and the Thanksgiving and the gravy, not to cook it. That's not really my job. So.
All right. Well, we got a few people in here. Let's say hello to Baby Ice, Alfredo, Chepe, Mad Hatter, Tats, Mark Schaefer, Ryan from Frog Prince, and Thomas. Hope everyone's doing okay. It's beautiful here. What's the weather like where you are?
It's a little chilly, but I don't think it's too bad. I think it's 45, 50. I haven't been outside yet. My wife went out to do some work, but I don't think it's too bad. It looks, it's sunny out. It's not raining. So
yeah. Hey, Angie. It's beautiful here. It's probably 70 and sunshine. So
nice. Yeah, we don't usually get 70s in November, but occasionally, every now and then. So,
oh, I'm sorry. It's 79.
Yikes.
Hey, Jeremy Knapp. Yeah. So, just lately, just been chilling, nothing too much. Just trying to rearrange some pops. I'm gonna try to do a big Black Friday sale and whatnot, maybe, and clear out some pops. It's time for a purge.
So everything's 50% off, 75% off. Is that what you're saying? When you say Black Friday sale, that's normally what you get. So we can expect pops at a deep discount. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I was doing them for 25% off.
Oh, you got to do better than that. Black Friday is for deep discounts, so you got to go at least 50.
I'll start them off at 50, maybe 50 off. Don't necessarily mean they'll stay there, but yeah, I have filled up all my shelves, and I still have a ton in the other shed. So I have to purge this. I'm getting more shelves in here eventually, but I need to. We're taking a Christmas trip, and I want to try to pay for it from my pops. So I'm hoping that the sale will go good, and then I'll be able to pay for most of the trip.
So right now the trip is to the arcade. You wanted to get it across the country, so people need to shop and buy.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah, we're trying to go to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Oh, that sounds nice. I've been there several times. It's very, very nice there.
Me too. We've been there probably 3 or 4, maybe 5 times. It's so beautiful. We love it over there.
Yeah, there's lots to do, and for people that don't know what Pigeon Forge or Gatlinburg is, it's just sort of plopped down in the middle, and there's a lot of different types of shopping and museums and cool. So there's like a Titanic museum. There's all kinds of those fun type of places to go and visit. There's plays and shows and comedy and stuff like that. So there's
cool. A new thing. I don't know if it was there the last time we went, but I'd imagine it would have been. We went when Trey was 13 and he just turned 17. So 4 years ago, there's this new a thing called the Island. I never hear about before recently, but they have like a big lighted waterfall, like a water fountain.
Oh,
and then there's like a bunch of shops that you can shop in, and places to eat, and there's like a Ferris wheel and all kind of stuff. So
yeah, I don't think that was there when I was there. So I don't know how long it's been. It's probably been about 6 years since I've been, something like that, 6 or 7 years. So, but yeah, we would go every year there for a while. There was like 4 or 5 years we went like pretty much every year. So they have a lot of cabins kind of up in the woods. But a lot of times I got to a point where I just got up there and because I just didn't want to leave the cabin. So I just floated around in the hot tub for about 5 days. So one time I got in the hot tub because the cool thing about being in the hot tubs like there, we would go in fall, spring, where it was chilly and it would even sometimes get snow. You'd be in the hot tub and then the top half of you, there'd be snow falling on your head. So but you got to be careful because you're sitting in the tub and I was floating around in the tub. And I was like, oh, this is nice. And my wife's like, you really should spend no more than 15 minutes because they're really hot in that tub. So I was like, oh, I'm fine. That's no problem. I'm just floating around and I'm up to my neck. The water's right here. And just floating around there. So like, I feel a little dizzy. And it's just like this. And my wife had to, drag me out of the hot tub and bring me back to life. I almost died in that hot tub.
Oh, gosh. But, I'm glad she saved you.
Yeah, me too. That was very nice.
Baby, I said there's a pop store there. She just can't remember the name.
Oh,
and hello, Pop Heat. How's it going?
Vincent, how are you doing, sir?
Did we figure out, is that his real name or is that just the one you made up for him?
I didn't make it up. I was on some live and he was on there. I think he was on his live. And I asked him, I was like, oh, I'm really good with names. And I just started shooting names out. And I guessed that was his name. I think according to what I've heard, I'm way off. But it's sort of stuck. So everyone has gotten to a point where now they call him Vincent. So I'm not sure that he loves that. But it seems fitting. I don't know. For some reason, it fits him. So now it's Vincent. I'm pretty sure that's not his name. If that's what you're asking.
Usually when we go to Pigeon Forge, we go to the Wilderness in the Smokies. It's an indoor water park.
Yep.
We were going to do that again this year, but they like jacked up their prices and started charging a property fee and taxes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, nah. We'll figure something else out and do some other stuff. So
yeah, a lot of those places now are charging these resort fees.
Yes.
And it's like $50, and whether you use the resort or not, you pay that extra $50 or $40, whatever it is. Kind of sucks.
He said he likes it, so okay, there you go.
Well, it's kind of a way to fool people because they lower the price of stay and then they up the price of this other fee, right. And so you're like, oh, $79.99 a night or whatever it is, and if you're not paying attention, then they'll just nickel and dime you all the way up to.
Oh, or you get an email. Hey, we're having a special right now. It's on starting $21.25 a night. And I'm like, oh, this will be great.
Yeah, sure.
So I look up, and I go to book our room, and it's like $270 a night. I'm like, that is not even correct. So I'm like putting in the promo code they said to put in, and it's still not working. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I called her. I called the place and she's like, oh yeah, it starts at $124.99, and depending on the dates that you book and stuff, the price changes. I'm like, should have known that. So
that's exactly right.
If I went like way in November, the beginning of November, when it started, it was, I don't even think that week was already booked, but the cheapest I could find it was $189.99, and that was like way before Christmas. So.
Yeah, and like I said, you got to watch out for the certain days. Like I tried to book a week one time, and like one day will be like $129, the next day will be $179, then it's $159. It's just like they pick different days. The busy days obviously are more expensive, and then the off days. So it's not like you're getting one price for the whole week most cases. Yeah, not
our
correct.
First trip out there, my mom came with us, and we left my youngest at home, because when they were little, I didn't bring them on trips because I was like, first you got to carry them around. They're not happy. They won't remember. You have to pay extra for this and that and feed them, and there's no point. It's just miserable. You can't really have fun because you're pushing a stroller, and people bring little babies everywhere, and I'm like, why would you bring a baby to an amusement park? That doesn't make any sense. So we all went and left him behind. Well, that was right around the time where you could look online to book a room. So I'm looking, I thought I was being smart, looked at different rooms, and was like, oh, look at this nice hotel they just built. And, you know, the rooms are fairly cheap. And, you know, so I made sure to check it all out, book the room. We get there. It's the old hotel on the side that they don't show you pictures of.
Right.
So we're like, we booked for this. And she's like, well, the room you actually booked for is over there. And because the ones over here are higher. And I'm like, I didn't even know all that one. You know, when you first start and when you're young and, you know, you're starting out traveling and trying to book stuff, you don't know and then back then that was the, you know, people just started doing stuff like that. Before you would just have to call or show up and book your room, you know. So we get in their room finally. It wasn't ready when we got there. We got in our room. There was there was water standing in the tub. The something in the tub didn't work. There was like all kind of problems we had with it. It was the craziest thing. We're like, we need to get out of here, but there was nothing else available. So
yeah, not all, you know, you can't just go by those pictures, that's for sure. I mean, I guess the good thing is now that you can at least look at some of the reviews and stuff like that.
Right, lesson learned for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric's here. Obi the kid. How's everybody doing? Free food included with stay sell, I guess. Yeah, that's true too. A lot of places say free breakfast. But now that COVID has, you know, all this COVID stuff, a lot of the places quit serving breakfast, but they don't update their sites.
Yeah.
And they've closed the pool and they don't update their sites. Or they wrap up everything for breakfast. So you get like little Debbie cakes and stuff.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I was going to say, some of these breakfast included isn't what you think it is. You go in there and it's like some stale donut in a drawer and some horrible coffee, and that's pretty much what they consider continental breakfast. So, so yeah, I usually just go there expecting nothing, and then you're a lot better off. So,
hey Matthew, hey Ian, yeah, you just have to go in, expect the worst, and be surprised when it's nice.
Well, I mean, I guess it's also part too. It depends on, like, if you're going on a vacation and you don't spend that much time in the room, as long as the room's clean, I'm usually fine with it. I'm just going there to go and do something. Now, if you're going on a relaxing vacation where you tend to spend a lot of time in the room or spend a lot of time in the thing, then obviously you want it to look nice. But, you know, why spend $500 on a room if you're literally going to be in it, get up early in the morning and leave, and then you're not going to really enjoy anything anyway. So, I don't like to waste money like that. So.
Yeah, well, we've booked some really crazy places before, and we have some horror stories. But you know, when you get older, you tend to want to spend a little more on a room to be a little bit.
That's true. That's right. Yeah, you definitely want to be comfortable. My wife and I got into this kick earlier on when we were just going out and we were engaged, etc., where we wanted like a real big soaky tub in the I won't tell you what went on in there, but you can imagine. Anyway, it's just, and with like one of those big jetted things, and they're hard to come by. You'd think, oh, there's got to be a suite or something, and they really are hard to come by. So we booked some different rooms, and we booked a room one time down near Virginia Beach, and my wife was like, yeah, there weren't any pictures on this particular site, but you know, it looked pretty good, blah blah blah. And we got down there, and there was this big red heart-shaped tub, and it was dirty, and she was all bent out of shape, and she. It's like, what are we going to do? Well, we're stuck here now. So she went down and got herself some bleach and stuff like that. I was like, unless you fill this up with bleach, I don't know if I want to get in there. So, but she cleaned it up real good, and we did our best and had mirrors on the ceiling. And it was one of those real tacky, you wouldn't think rooms like that exist, but they sure do. You picked the right place. You're going to get all the fun of that. So,
hey, quick draw. Oh, look, Ian said he had 5 seizures last night. He was super sick. It was in the ER. Well, I hope you're feeling better.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. Stay safe, everybody. I hope everyone's having fun. For those people that are in Canada, I guess this week doesn't really, or this coming week means nothing. But for everyone else, I guess in America, I don't know if anywhere else does Thanksgiving. I am looking forward to Thanksgiving. I can't wait for gravy and canned cranberry sauce. That's really the most important thing. You don't like canned cranberry sauce? Is that what you said?
Right. I don't like cranberries.
It's my favorite. Well, it's not real cranberry. Okay, it's just can, and when you cut the can open, it comes and it's in the shape of the can.
Yeah.
My wife one time made a mistake of messing it up, and it totally ruined my entire Thanksgiving. You got to slide it out in the shape of the can and sit it on the table. That's what I want to see. So,
is that how your mom did it?
Exactly right. It's the only thing my mom knew how to cook was the cranberry in a can. The turkey was always dry. The gravy was in a jar, came out of a jar. Stuffing was stovetop. Mashed potatoes were lumpy, but not in a good way, So, but she tried. Mom knows that she's not a good cook. She tells everyone, she's like, I'm not a good cook, and we understand that. She didn't have to tell everyone that. We knew that. So, but she tried and A for effort.
Vincent wants to know what's your favorite country you've been on holiday.
I haven't been to too many countries. I've only been to Canada and to the Virgin Islands, Mexico. That's pretty much it. I haven't really gone to a lot of other countries.
Yeah, me either. I've only been to El Salvador twice, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, that makes it simple, doesn't it? I guess for me, I lived in Canada for 4 years, so I would say Canada. I enjoyed my experience there. It was
mine wasn't a vacation. Mine was a missions trip, but it was still fun. So, yeah. Quick Draw said he's having Chinese food for Thanksgiving.
That's interesting.
We are going to Cracker Barrel.
No, yeah, I've heard a lot of people have really good things to say. They'll either go get Cracker Barrel or have it catered in.
Well, my mother-in-law always wants to cook, and she cooks for an army, and there's not that many of us to be cooking for. And then we got to clean up all that stuff, and then this and that, and it's like, nah, we'll just go out to eat. It's way easier.
But the problem is this. This is the big problem with your plan. There's no leftovers. I love leftovers. In some cases, leftovers are better than the original meal. I look forward to I open turkey with stuffing on it and gravy poured all over it. I can feel my heart stopping when I'm eating it, and that's how it's a good meal when you do that. So,
Roscoe Pops. Angie said that her son loves canned cranberry. It's his favorite Thanksgiving food.
Mine too. That and gravy. It's a sort of a toss up. That and gravy.
Italian is lovely.
Italy.
Oh, yeah. Italy. Oh man, turkey pie. I don't think I've ever had turkey pie.
Oh yeah, I've had turkey pie before. That's good. Leftover, like I said, when you have leftover turkey, my favorite leftover turkey dinner is turkey divan. Have you ever had turkey divan before?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's just chopped up turkey, or you can put chicken, and it's cheese, canned cream of mushroom soup, and then broccoli, and then cheese on the top. Yeah, and then put breadcrumbs on the top, of course.
Okay.
It's good. It's easy.
Slush says, all in a country crock butter container. Best leftovers ever. I saw that on IG the other day. Somebody said, you were born when a certain time whenever you go in the fridge and you don't know if the butter bowl is leftovers or actually butter.
That's exactly right. There usually was like 8 of those in there. And I'm just like, I'm lifting one up and stuff like that. And then you open it up, like, oh, there's gravy and turkey. I had one time I was like, oh, there's turkey gravy left. So I got a plate out and got all my stuff ready. Then I went in there and it was just butter. I was totally mad. That stunk. That stunk. So.
What's up, Slush?
What's up, Slush?
What's going on? Yeah, I'm ready for the week. My son doesn't have school, so I don't have to go and pick him up every day. So that's going to be nice.
So they called off school the whole week? Is that what normally is done, or just this year?
Every year it's like that.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think they do that here.
They had a half a day Friday, and then they're off all this week.
Interesting. Yeah, I think they usually do Monday, Tuesday here, and then I guess Wednesday through the end of the week. But maybe not. I don't know.
At a fixed brunch today and just finished eating. Wow, that's nice. What'd you fix, Umpty? Hey,
sounds like mimosas. Whatever it was in mimosas, maybe.
I've never had a mimosa. Have you?
I'm not much of a drinker. My wife loves those things though. She'll set them right down. So
yeah, Terrell likes them too. Yeah, another thing I plan on doing this week, besides going through Pops, is I had started a T-shirt business before COVID, and then once COVID hit, I'd started. It was building pretty nicely. COVID hit, and my business did. It like crashed and burned. So I have so much T-shirts already pre-made that I'm gonna pull them all out and do posts on like Facebook to try to start selling them and stuff.
That's cool.
And probably
you do screen printing, or how do you print them on the?
Yeah, it's a press. You put I wish I could do screen printing, but that it takes so much room to do all that. Hey James, I do have a heat press though.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey Hojo, what's up? So yeah, I'm gonna take all those shirts out, take pictures, put them on Facebook, put them on Instagram, and I'm probably gonna put them like at $5 or $10 a shirt just to get them out of the house and into some loving hands. Just because I have so much stuff, and then like I used to make gift baskets for Mother's Day and Christmas and Father's Day, and I do I can do the vinyl and cups and stuff.
That's cool.
I was doing all kind of stuff, and then just happened.
So do you do custom printing for other people and stuff like that? So if I had a design, I could send it to you. You could make a bunch of shirts. Is that something you do, or you just do random ones of what things?
It depends on how difficult the custom is, because I'm not an expert by all means. Most of them were already designs that I bought from other people, and then I just put. But
if you have somebody has a file format that whatever brand thing is, you send it to you, and you could print them, right? So you just need that file. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll get in touch with you. So, but yeah, I would like to have some T-shirts made. We need to do some Sassy Barbarian T-shirts.
Or did you ask anybody to come up with an idea?
I did now that you just mentioned that, I had a senior moment. I did not do that. Yeah, I completely failed.
I didn't think about it either.
Yeah.
That's
what happens when you have two old people thinking of something. That's a bad idea.
How do you say that? How do you say this? Tell me.
Hojo?
No, this one.
Homuncula.
Homuncula?
Yeah.
You sure?
I think so. I believe it's say yes if I pronounce it homuncula.
He says that Welsh FUNKO sent him.
Oh, okay, great, awesome.
Thanks for coming. We hope you enjoy.
If it's what I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say what it is if I'm wrong and I'm mispronouncing it, because it might be something else. Because sometimes I do think it's one thing, it turns out to be something else. So, but if it's homuncula, then if that's
but
correct,
it doesn't have an A on the end; it's an I.
I know, but that's how you pronounce it.
Oh.
There's a term homunculus. Do you know what homunculus is?
No, Pop Teed.
I learned every
Pop Teed said it's from anime.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong then. Yeah, I might be wrong. If it's from anime, then chances are I'm way off. But if it's what I thought it was, then there you go.
So tell me what you thought it was, because I've never heard that before.
The term homunculus is like a perfectly proportioned small person. And a homunculus is like a small, not like a dwarf, but a small person that's perfectly sized.
Well, he said you said it right. You just have to say the I.
Homunculi? Is that what it is? Homunculi?
Homunculi?
Okay, but that's what homunculus means, is it's a perfectly proportioned small person.
Never heard that before.
There you go. Now you learned something today, and you didn't think you were going to, and that's
right.
Really cool.
Especially from you, anyway.
Right. I teach people plenty. Thank you very much.
He said, "Yep."
Okay, very good. So I guess the person, whoever this anime person is a small person, I guess.
Homunculi. You say it is. Just call me Sins. Okay.
Okay, Sins. That does make it simple. That does. Well, welcome, Sins. We appreciate you joining us. So, if you see us breaking out in a fight, that's normal. Okay, it's not like anything where just let you know, for any new people that are here that I think I'm just being a total jerk when I start fighting with Sassy. It's pretty much how the channel started. So Just prepare people emotionally for that, because most likely it'll happen.
It's funny because I have had people message me and ask me if I was okay and if you were just joking around and if that's what the show was meant to be.
I don't know. Then it must be a lot of other people that get that message too, because that's the same thing. I do that with my wife too, and people are like, "Oh, you're just a jerk," and I probably am, most likely am, but it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun.
Vincent said, "Bad guys in a show called Full Metal Alchemist."
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then, hey, Ryan and Mr. Crispers. Hey, Crispy. I'm not new, but I'm straight. Hope you're both well. He's not new, but he's straight. He wants you to know. He's single and he's straight.
Great. This is some sort of a hookup thing now. Is that what's going on here? This is a swingers chat, I guess. I don't know what's going on. Well, we're just here talking, whatever, talking about Thanksgiving, and then this thing took a left turn, I guess. I don't know, but
a toupee, folks, for any new people. Here that is a toupee. Oh, he's saying you have a toupee.
Yeah, if only. I told my wife my hair's a little messed up today. I ran out of conditioner, so I had to put a little hairspray in it. So it's all natural.
Eric says that you're a bully.
That's true. That is true. I was when I was a child. I was a bit of a bully, but back in those days, it's not like it was just part of the thing. You know what I mean? People beat each other up, but that's just how it is. So but.
Oh, you're getting a compliment. Oh man. He's used to you, Barbarian. You are.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's good stuff. I appreciate it.
See, you have a fan for once.
For once. Yep, right. Mom loves me. Mom, if you're out there, Mom loves me.
Hey, Nadia.
Hello, Nadia. How are you? So, did you get any new pops in, or have you purchased any of those pre-order sodas?
Let's see. Oh, I have a couple of new pre-order sodas, but not pops. I really can't think of any new pops that I've gotten.
But did you see that pre-order drop of sodas? Did you look at any of those? Did you see any of those? You don't know what I'm talking about?
The one Willy Wonka and stuff?
Yeah, Willy Wonka, Deadpool, Venom. Trying to think of them all. I spent more on sodas than I've ever spent before on sodas. It was ridiculous.
Let's see. I got the Willy Wonka. I got the Venom.
Mm-hmm.
There was a Lucky Charms. I had to go to two or three different places to find that because I like to buy two of each.
They were all at Spastic. Every one of the new ones that I saw that dropped, they had every one of them.
Yeah, I like to go through Entertainment Earth because they don't charge you until it ships.
Oh, okay.
And they're a little bit cheaper. They're like $12.99 a soda.
I think these were a little bit high. Although I bought some recently, just before this drop, they were cheaper than normal. It was like $8.95 for a soda.
What? Where'd you get those from?
I don't know. I just bought for whatever reason. But this one, I look, whatever they ask for, I give them. You know what I mean?
You don't want to tell your secrets?
No, Spastic. I get all my sodas from Spastic. So that's the first place and last place I usually go. But this one, it was $13.95 for these sodas. So it was a little bit more, but it's all good. The good thing is they had them all, it wasn't a big deal. And if you really want that, Chase, you can get it. You can just buy a 6-pack and you'll get, but I don't do that.
Some places are $14.50, some places are $15, some places are charging $16 now.
Yikes.
$16.95. Well, I mean, since Funko went up, everybody decided they were going to go up. So
yeah, no.
But yeah, I got a few of them. Some of them, if I don't care about the chase, I just get one.
Yeah.
So
I always get two. I always try to get two if I can. And the only one I got more than that was Deadpool. I wanted to get that one, so I got 3 at Deadpool. So other than that, I got 2 of all of them. But I got 8 different ones. So
now, a while back, when there was a drop not long ago, I missed all those. Like the Boo Berry, the Count Chocula, and the Fruit Brute. I missed all
those are the ones on the Funko shop. I missed those too. I couldn't get them. So whenever that happens, it's just like I'll probably just get the common on the secondary market or something.
I have a Maleficent and a Beast Boy on the way.
That's cool.
I got Sully the other day.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I've ordered him. I haven't. I've got such a pile of stuff up there. I got to go through. I just haven't gotten to it. My wife tells me that stuff's got to get out of the way. Got to start unboxing some stuff. So I'm gonna after this is over, I'm gonna make some videos and post something tonight. So
how does she feel about you collecting?
She thinks I spend too much money. She spends too much money. I mean, we're not gonna have a beach house. I mean, but we have some cool Funko Pops. So that's pretty much her plan was to have a future, and my plan is to have Funko Pops. So it is what it is. So, but she doesn't think they're worth anything. She's like, oh, blah blah blah. And so when she buys something that I categorize as worthless, which is pretty much everything else except for my Funko Pops, she's like, well, what about all those Funko? I said, those have real value. And I just show her the Funko app. That's the cool thing. See, she doesn't have an app she can show me that has any value of anything else. So that's the way I look at it. Funko's really helped me out with that app.
Does she have a collection of stuff does she collect anything?
No, she's not much of a collector. She doesn't really collect stuff like that. She'll keep like boxes and old buttered containers and stuff like that. So that's her collection. And then when she leaves, I throw it all in the garbage. So I just can't. I can't stand clutter like that. So.
Well, Sin said that since Funko has gone up on prices, he's given up. He has over 250 sodas, and they keep adding.
Oh, and they're adding a lot. I mean, that last drop was so many sodas. I mean, it used to be like, oh, they'll add 2 or 3 here, 4 or 5, and then you slowly see that more and more. And now they seem to be going all in on these sodas because they know they can sell out. They can sell them out. So. Yeah. Especially now that they're going into ones like some of the sodas that they put out, like these stewardess, ones. They're like, I didn't bother. I
got one.
Yeah, I was gonna get one, but I was like, so they went and did. But now these are ones they know they're gonna sell. Like Deadpool, they know they're gonna sell that. Venom, they know they're gonna sell. All these ones they, So once they get into the Star Wars sodas, oh man, it's on then. So. We'll see how it all turns out, but I'm looking forward to it.
Eric said, as long as you have a hot tub to play with your Funko Pops, you'll be okay.
I don't. I need to go, and that was one thing I wish I did have a hot tub at the house. But,
well, why don't you get one? You have a pool, just put it out by the pool or under the car.
The only thing is, like, I like to go in the hot tub in my Starkers. You know what I'm saying? Oh. So, and if you have to walk a distance, I do have neighbors. You know what I mean? I don't want the police showing up. You know what I mean? When
can't you go out in a robe and then put your little feet in there and then hurry up, drop the robe, and then jump up in there?
Yeah, I could. I don't know. That seems like a lot of effort. So,
well, if you have a patio in the back, you kind of close in most of it.
Yeah, it's closed in. I mean, there's a roof on the back deck, and there's a little area I could put it. But then, like I said, then it gets cold out, and I don't know if I want to go out in the cold a lot. I mean, it's nice when I went to Pigeon Forge and did it for a few days, but I don't know how often. I need to get one of those big indoor tubs, but I just don't have place for it. My wife wants to take out my Funko Pop room and put a tub in here, but I'm just like, this is not. I mean, this is some sex grotto. You know what I'm saying? This is my Funko Pop room. Okay, we can't have that. So.
Hey, Brian. Mother Earth Mafia is in the house. He is over 101K. Wow, Funko products. I know how you feel. Yeah, he heard us talking about sodas and he shows up.
I hear you. Well, like I said, I do like them. I mean, the thing I don't like about them is, why pre-order it and then why make me wait 8-9 months to get them? I just like, you're gonna pre-order them and then a month later you get the stuff. That's fine, but the problem is I'll order them, I forget that I've ordered them, and then I go back for another pre-order for the next quarter, and like, oh, those cool sodas, and I've already ordered them, and I forgot, and I just order them again. So
yeah, that's what happened to me. Like I got 4 Vakemans in.
Yeah,
and I pulled the common and the chase the first time. So I have 2 sealed sodas that could be chases, but I don't want to open them. And then I have a sealed Mr. Monopoly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have one of those that came in. I haven't opened the box yet, but yeah, I've got a bunch of my. I'm trying to think what it is. I've ordered a bunch of stuff, and then they just keep coming in, and So some of the ones, if I already got a chase and a soda, and the common, I give away the sealed thing, and then it's fun. People go on the live and they ask me to open it. So someone actually has gotten a chase. I was trying to think what one was. It was Shang-Chi. I already had the common and the chase, and then I gave away the sealed when we opened it up. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah. That's fun. So
well, I'm gonna put mine in the whatnot auction. I had originally gotten Mr. Monopoly and forgot about it, like you were saying you forget. And then I Want the Stuff was on a live, and they opened Mr. Monopoly for Pop in Missouri. And they're like, we have more of them if anybody wants to buy any, and we'll open them now. So a bunch of us just started buying the sodas right then and there, and they turned around and would ask us which ones we wanted. And so I got to pick the two I wanted, and it was the common and the chase. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Well, I do like them. I got to get some more stands to put the stuff on and stuff like that. Right now, it's just piling up. So yeah, I'm trying not to open too many boxes right now. So
Brian says that's why they don't do pre-orders on their site, because you can't trust Funko to ship when they're supposed to.
Yeah, no, they're doing so many pre-orders on these other sites now. It's just like, that's the thing. And I understand why they're doing it. I mean, it's a good way to anticipate knowing exactly how much you're going to sell before actually producing or whatever you're doing. But I don't know. It's kind of annoying, especially in a world where everyone wants immediate gratification. It kind of flies in the face of all that. So,
well, a lot of times it's you do the pre-order and then you see them out. People are opening them. I'm like, how are they getting their hands on them before I just pre-ordered that? What do you mean? How are they,
There's been a couple times where, for whatever reason, I was able to get it before me seeing other people open them, but it's pretty rare. Most of the time, I'm just like in your circumstance. I'm waiting for something, and I'm watching video after video of people opening these things. And, when you do a video, you want to do something unique. You don't want to be doing what everyone's already done. But there's nothing you can do about it. They come when they come, and that's it. So.
Yeah. Well, a lot of times, if I'll order the two, and if I don't get a chase, then it's not that big a deal. Now, some of them, if I want the chase, then maybe I'll buy more or whatever, or just get them on Mercari. Sometimes, if I don't get the pre-order, or if I can't get the drop from Funko or whatever, I just go on Mercari, and after a while, they, people that buy them and open them and just get commons, and they turn around and resell them on Mercari for like half. I got like a Batman Beyond for $5.
That's good. Yeah, there's some. Yeah, if you're just happy with some of the commons, I mean, that's how I got all my Blacklight sodas. I wasn't able to get them, so I just got the that's all I wanted was the commons. Yeah. I mean, I've been happy with the chase, but I just didn't get it. So I couldn't even get the commons, so I just went on Whatnot and bought the commons from somebody, and I was happy with that. So they did a good job. I'm very happy buying stuff on Whatnot. I don't go into the auctions just because I can't trust myself around stuff like that. But as far as like the individual buys, I'll go ahead and buy stuff from there.
I've never had luck on the individual buys. I think I sold like one or two things, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, there's a couple of things that I actually have been toying with the idea of selling. I have a very large anime pop. It's like a 10-inch anime pop. That's actually, when I bought it, I was like, I pulled it out of a mystery box. It was like worth $150. Now it's worth almost $350. I'm just like, it's just sitting over there. I was just like, at some point I need to sell this thing. I can't really give that away. So, but I don't really like selling stuff because people get, especially Funko collectors, they get real picky about, this corner and this, and I don't even want to deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but at some point I do have to go on there and just try to sell it. So we'll see. We'll see how it all turns out.
Brian says, but then you get pissed off customers that will never go order from your site again because you didn't get the product when you're supposed to, but someone else did, and now your online shop sucks.
Yeah.
Your online shop is lame.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, it is frustrating when you pre-order stuff and you see other people getting it, but I know they have no control over it. As soon as they get it, they're gonna send it to you because they want the money. You know what I'm saying? Most places anyway. But
Well, like I said, there's nothing you can do. As long I've never really been upset with any of the buyers that I've gotten, unless for whatever reason it came damaged, and then I knew it wasn't in shipping. So even if, most of the time the boxes come damaged. If it comes late, then I just ordered it, and that's what it was. And as long as I eventually get it, I got to be happy. I might consider buying from another place, though. That's the downside of it.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those customers that likes to trade in my dignity for $5 here or $10 there, but I might not buy from there again. But yeah, it's kind of tight spot, because I know certain places like Spastic and Entertainment Earth get most of the sodas, whereas some of the smaller places get a few, and I'm sure they're way down the list of priority for Funko. So I get
right, because the bigger places get them first.
Sure.
And then whatever's left, it dwindles down. So.
Yeah, right. Exactly right.
Full Metal Alchemist fan said, "Hey, Bearded Barbarian, hope you're well. I was known as the Welsh Dragon Funko Hunter."
Okay, yeah, good seeing you again. A lot of good people on here. So yeah, glad to see everyone coming out tonight. That was not today. That's nice of you. Some places it's very late there. I don't know what the time is in other places of the world. I'm not good with that, but yeah, I do appreciate everyone coming out today. That was really
Maybe
nice.
people just drop their time so we can get a sense of what time it is where they are. Because Ryan's here. He's from Scotland. Full Metal Alchemist is from Wales.
Yeah.
He's in Scotland too, isn't he?
Ireland.
Okay. So you have 3 different places. Oh, and Naughty is in Canada.
Right.
So you have all kind of people in here today.
Sure. I every now and then I'll drop things kind of late. My cousin gets on me. He's like, "Why are you dropping this video late at night?" I was like, "Well, I tried to drop it earlier, and for whatever reason, it took a little bit longer to edit the video or do the thumbnail." And I said, "B, you just need to understand, there's a lot of people that watch from around the world, and for them, it's right on time. So, it happens when it happens. So hopefully people enjoy." I said, "B, we're on YouTube. I mean, it's not like there's a schedule. I mean, I do like to schedule things on sort of a regular basis, but just watch it when you see it."
I always wonder whenever years are off, what's going on, because used to it'd be every Saturday around the same time, but I mean, things happen, and it's whatever.
Well, the part of the problem is, and I don't like to blame my wife. Well, actually, I love to blame my wife. It's pretty much my wife's fault, because it takes her longer to do the thumbnails than people would imagine. She's the one that makes all the thumbnails, and I'm super picky about them. I want this to happen and that to happen, and so she's trying to do all this stuff to make it look good, and it takes her hours in some cases to do those thumbnails because I want them done a certain way. So that's usually what slows down the party, and she gets burned out with that stuff too. So I have to give her a break.
Yeah. Ryan said it's 7:40 p.m. there.
No, okay.
Vincent said 7:30, so he's 10 minutes behind.
No, he's not. He just doesn't have a clock in his house. He just looks out the window and looks at the moon. And
Hojo says in West Virginia it's 2:41.
Yeah, it's 2:43 or 2:41.
Welsh said he's drunk, so it's 7:41 p.m. He says.
Okay, so you're drunk and you don't know what time it is, and you're guessing it's 7:41, or actually is 7:41. So
who knows? And then Umpty says he's from Kentucky. It's a pretty foreign place.
It's very foreign. Very, very foreign. That is true.
Oh, you're in Kentucky too, Randy? What? There's a lot of people in Kentucky.
Yep. Well, I'm in Virginia, in case anybody was curious. Virginia. So.
Angie Roscoe Pops is in Kentucky. Bearded Pops in Kentucky. Poppin' Trades. Obi the Kid. Umpty. Randy. Wow. He's so drunk, he just needs to sing.
Okay. I guess I'm not sure that I've ever been that drunk, so that's good. I mean, I'm glad that. Otherwise, I guess that's what those karaoke bars are all about, right?
I've sing when I'm drunk sometimes. Like, I've done karaoke a couple of times, but I have to be really drunk to do it.
Are there any video of that? Because that would really be interesting. That'd be a great video for you to drop.
No.
Don't you think?
Mad Hatter's in Illinois. King Bob, I care that you're in Georgia.
Georgia's nice. One of my favorite places to go and to visit is in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia.
We've already been there twice this year.
Savannah?
No, Georgia.
Oh, Georgia.
Atlanta.
I see. Yeah, my favorite team was just in Atlanta Thursday, and we demolished the team just in case anyone's an Atlanta fan. So, whatever. But yeah, I like Georgia. Georgia's cool.
Oh, yeah. Alfredo's in Vegas.
My favorite place. I
Never
haven't been to
there.
Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas in a long time. I love Las Vegas.
Oh, well, you have a good night, Vincent.
All right, buddy. I appreciate you dropping by.
You stropping by?
Stropping on by.
Yeah, he's funny. I like him. He's a nice guy.
Pop the heat. Yeah.
Great show. Gotta go. Just dropped a new mystery box. Have a great day. Oh, wait. You gotta tell us the details of the mystery box.
Yeah.
Come on, Brian. Don't be leaving us hanging like that. Or somebody can drop the link to the website.
Please do.
To
Please
go
do.
order them.
Yeah. I always like to look for new places to get mystery boxes and try some things out for sure.
Oh, yeah. I would love to hear you do karaoke. Well, I mean, I can give you the link and you can come sing if you want. You could be a dot.
What would you sing? That's the thing. What would you sing?
Who knows? Whenever I sing,
People wouldn't even know after you started singing it, would they? That's how off it would be.
When I sang, it was I like singing "Islands in the Stream."
I see. I'm not. You know what the thing is if I did karaoke. Now, when you do karaoke, you can see the words. I don't know the words of most songs. When I listen to music, I don't listen to the words, so I wouldn't know what it is. So, like when I go to a concert with my wife, she starts singing, and she knows like all the words, and I'll be just like, and it's just like, I mean, people are like, what is that? That's just a bunch of mumbling because I don't know the words to the song. I don't listen to words.
That's funny. King Bob says, I hope we get a Black Friday mystery box. Well, King Bob, I am having a Black Friday sale and whatnot, so you should come check it out. I'm probably going to put
discounts.
Probably going to put most of my black light pops in there. I don't know yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Which does that include Ghost Rider?
I was thinking about it.
Hey, there you go.
6-pack Christmas starter pack. $54.95.
Let me know if you want to trade for Ghost Rider. I probably could.
Well, I'm trying to get money for my Christmas trip. That's the only.
Well, I could trade you a more valuable pop, and you could sell that pop. Did you ever think of that?
I don't know.
It's up to you.
My go-to is Adam and Evil by Elvis from Spin Out. I don't think I've ever even heard that song.
I thought you were going in one different direction when you said
Me too. I was like, that's why I slowed down. DC, Marvel, Disney, anime, horror, TV.
Oh, that's what's going to be in the mystery box. That's cool. So what dollar, what price range are we looking at?
He said it was a 6-pack Christmas starter pack. $54.95.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds like a good one.
Oh, and then Mad Hatter dropped the link. Thank you, bud.
All right. Sounds cool. As long as I don't get any anime, that's a trigger one for me. So
he says that he sang on other lives while being drunk. It was so bad he sounded like a dying cat.
Well, people probably thought you were being funny, and so from that perspective, it was all good. I don't think people really go into those things looking to listen to really good music. They want to see somebody look like a complete idiot. That's what I would want to see. So,
James says he likes the lesser known songs.
Right. So people don't know what they are, so they
can't judge, I guess.
So it wouldn't be like Titanic, that song from Titanic where everybody knows it, and then it's completely off key. Yeah, that's good.
I did like the song Umpty, but I was hoping you would sing a Christmas song.
Yeah, there you go.
But I did. I enjoyed both the couple of songs that you sang. You did good. Umpty was doing some karaoke on LJ the Geeks live last night.
No, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Yeah, I'm not. It's not.
You're
really
not karaoke.
Thing. Not the karaoke thing. I'm one of those type of people that likes to be in control all the time, and I feel like, I'm not sure that that's really the thing for me. I'd much rather go and watch other people look like an idiot. I'm just not really much for.
Yeah, people keep trying to get me to sing. I'm like, no, sorry.
Especially when it's on video. That's,
Well, yeah, and people say, "Oh, you did a great job." No, I didn't.
And then they clip your video and it ends up everywhere.
Yeah.
No.
Or you'll send somebody a clip trying to tell them how a song goes, and then they play it over and over and over on YouTube Live.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I quit doing that. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Oh, you couldn't do Christmas yet?
Too early for Christmas.
I'm ready.
It's right around the corner. I mean, good Lord. I mean, if you're not going to play Christmas music now, you're not going to play it ever, I guess.
It's funny. The other day I asked my son, I said, "Are you ready for Christmas music?" And he says no. And then like a day or two later, he says, "You know how you asked me if I was ready for Christmas music?" He says, "I'm totally ready." So then like that whole afternoon in his room, you could hear Christmas music just blaring from his room. I'm like, all right.
We got a new TV for our living room, put it up over the fireplace, and we were talking about different things. And we said, hey, I was like, well, let me test the speakers on this thing. So we pulled up YouTube, and I found one of those crackling fires, and it was playing Christmas music. And it was nice, and it was very calming. I was on the couch. I was getting ready to take a nap. My wife was like, please turn that. I'm like, why? It was just like, it was so calming, it irritated me. I'm like, what? Who says that? This is so insane. So, but I thought it was nice.
No, Welsh, I've never heard you sing. Sorry. Never heard you. Yeah, I hear you, Andrew. Yeah. Hey, Sleeping, what's going on? Talk about he has a soothing voice.
Who?
Sleeping Collectibles. He's real calm, laid back. He's got this voice that just welcomes you into his stream, and he tells everybody hello that comes in, and he's a real nice guy.
That's nice. Sounds nice.
You've done 7 songs on 2 lives, and I have a goal to never sing the same song and see how long I can go. Wow.
There you go. I don't know that I know 7 songs. I would have to sing the same song over and over again because I don't think I could know enough of the other songs. So. Have you ever listened to a song and I like one of my favorite songs, and then you listen to the words, and now I don't like the song anymore? I was like, that ruined the song for me because I didn't even know what the words were. I was like, oh, I really like that, and I thought it was saying this, and then I listened to the words and I was like, oh, I don't like that song. That sucks. I don't know why they did that.
Let me tell you what happened to me. One of my favorite songs is by Phil Collins. Mm-hmm. It's the one where it's the drums. Where he
does drums in all of them. I'm not really sure what one you're talking about.
I forgot the name of it. So all this time, I thought he was saying one thing, but he was really saying, "Oh Lord." Mm-hmm. So all my life, I'm thinking this song was one way, and then a couple of years ago, I found out that he's actually saying something different, and I'm like, how did I go through my whole life loving this song and then not even knowing the words were wrong?
So you don't like the song anymore now? Is that what you're saying?
I like it. I love the song. It'll never change.
I see.
Yeah, I just that calming voice.
The words are, and here's the thing. And I told somebody else, I'm like, I don't understand, blah blah blah. I think I would guess about 50% of people that listen to music don't listen to the words at all. It's just about, otherwise songs like Bop and stuff like that would never exist because there's no lyrics whatsoever. So, people listen for the music. My wife doesn't get it though. She's all about the words. So,
I like the word. I know a lot of words to songs, but just to say them off like the top of my head, no. Once the music starts playing and the song starts, then it seems like I know every single word. But to say it without the song going, I can't. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like if I was trying to listen to the words, I'd be concentrating too much on the words that I would miss the best part of the song, which is the melody and the, and the instruments, etc. I mean, I'm fine with just instrumentals, quite frankly. So
James says sometimes he prefers his version in lyrics.
making up your old thing like Weird Al over here.
Right.
I guess.
The first time I heard Dire Straits' "Walk of Life," I thought they were saying "Walk on Ice."
Yeah,
that's funny. Oh,
some people have terrible enunciations. They're just rah. Like I used to. One of my favorite bands was Nirvana. Good luck trying to figure the words out for that. He was rah. You couldn't. There's no way. I would look at the jacket and like, there's no way those are the words he's saying. No way.
He says your favorite song is Rubber Ducky.
Yeah, I didn't listen to the words of that either. So what can I say? I just hummed. So there you go.
So now we're calling you Sins too? I'm so confused. The other guy was Sins, right? I don't know.
I thought so. I don't know.
You love the song You Touch Yourself.
I think I know the song you're talking about, unless it's something else. I don't know.
Tiny Dancer sounds like Tony Danza.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was just thinking about that. For whatever reason, it popped in my head. Because sometimes I'll sing in the shower. And I was singing in the shower Tiny Dan, and I was thinking, that sounds like Tony Danza. I thought that's the exact same thing. That is.
Oh my goodness! You and Roscoe are on the same wavelength, I think.
There you go. Yeah, Heart Shaped Box by Nirvana. Yeah, good luck. Like any of those songs. I like a lot of alternative music, and you can't really listen to the lyrics.
Avengers of Glass sing that song at karaoke places. Pour some sugar on ramen. That's funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How was your trip, Robert? It looked like you had a great time.
Where did he go?
Pigeon Forge.
Oh, okay.
He went for a week for his birthday. His big 4-0.
Yikes. That's actually, you know what? It didn't traumatize me that much. I was thinking people are like, oh, the big 4-0. I was like, nah, I didn't mind going from 30 to 40. I really didn't. Now going from 20 to 30, brutal. Absolutely brutal. I was in the fetal position, weeping myself to sleep. It was horrible. I mean, when you go from your teens to 20, you're thinking, oh, I'm almost 21, and you feel kind of like an adult. When you go from 20 to 30, you're an old person then. You're officially an old person. You're a full-on adult that needs to be responsible and grow up and get a life and whatever. People in their 20s are still big kids, really. So yeah, it's that one's a tough one. I was a tough one.
Oh, I was a kid until my mid-30s. What are you talking about?
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's part of the reason why I'm collecting pops is I'm going back to being
married and I had kids of my own, but I didn't grow up until mid-30s.
You still haven't grown up. What are you talking about? You're collecting toys. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, well.
So that's part of the reason why I'm collecting toys is I'm just a big child. But still, people expect more. People expect more from someone in their 30s than they do their 20s. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought it was a cool name, so he thought he would steal it.
Well, if too many people do it, then it's going to be like, this is, my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. You know what I mean? You're going to have to.
Oh, I remember that show. What was the name of that show?
It was Newhart.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. With Bob Newhart.
Yeah. Yeah, but there was a bunch of sodas not long ago that dropped that I wasn't able to get any of them. I can't remember which ones.
You talking about from the Funko shop or something?
No, there were some other ones. One of them was like the Twinkie. I was able to get Twinkie and number 5, and all the rest they all sold out before.
I might not have been able to get them either because those doesn't ring a bell to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, the only place I ever look is Spastic. If it's not on Spastic, I'm out of luck, I guess.
Yes, collecting toys or reliving childhood memories.
Exactly right. They're like images of, they're like glimpses of my childhood. These pops and sodas. So,
well,
I enjoy them.
And it helps, like if you didn't have a good childhood, to be able to say, it helps you remember the good times.
Absolutely. Well, for me, I didn't have a lot of toys when I was a child. I mean, we just, not that we were poor or anything. It just, my parents didn't think it was, worthwhile to spend a lot of money on toys. So I didn't have many toys. So, some people are like, I had this as a child, I want it now. And that's cool. And I understand. But for me, I never had any of these, a lot of the things. So
Yeah.
I'm getting them now probably because of that. So I blame my parents. So that's, whenever they say, why are you collecting those things? I pretty much blame my dad. So
it's all his fault.
Pretty much.
King Bob says 40 just puts him in line for prostate exams, and he's not okay with that.
I understand.
It's just a number, and getting older is a goal. I'm older.
Wait till you have the camera up there. The finger is one thing, but there's that camera falling right behind it. So
New York was a show in the 60s, I think.
It was not a show in the 60s. It was a show in the early 80s. And first of all, for the fact that Eric is pretending like he's not the same age as me is a lie. He knows he's the same age.
He's actually older than us.
Is he?
Uh-huh.
Oh. How old is he? Is he in his 50s?
He's 51.
Yikes. What an old timer.
50 or 51.
Yeah, you should know, Eric. You should know.
No show will be filmed in my studio. Oh man.
So when are you preparing? So you have a lot of family coming in for Thanksgiving, or just your family?
Just my family. It's me, Terrell, the 3 kids, my mother, and his mother, Terrell's mom. That's okay. Oh, we may be meeting his brother and girlfriend and her parents.
Oh boy, it's just added up.
But we don't have a real big family.
Yeah, I think it's going to be as big a Thanksgiving here as we've had in a long time. Last year, everyone was sick. All the, my wife's children and grandchildren were sick or away. So it was just me and her parents. This year, it's going to be, I heard the count was 13 last time I heard. I was like, where are we going to sit 13 people? I don't have to play. I mean, I have a house big enough for 13, but not in the same room. Maybe it's for the best. Maybe everyone needs to be separated into separate rooms. But for the most part, we usually like to have everyone sort of seated together. But it's a lot of people.
You have a kids' table?
I have a table right down here, I guess, that people could sit at. It's like a poker table is what I usually do my stuff at. I could set 4 people down here, and I could probably squeeze 9 in upstairs. But, I mean, if you want everyone together, I don't know. And do I trust 4 children in my area with all my Funko Pops? They better not cause any trouble down here.
You can't bring the table up. You don't have a folding table you could bring up there?
We could, but where would I mean, I could put it in the living room, but, I mean, that's kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, our dining room's open to the living room, so I guess I could just have a table that kind of goes in the living room, but...
Yeah, you could put the kids at the little folding table.
They're getting bigger. I mean, so they're not like little kids. I mean, some of them are little kids, but some of them, 13, 14 years old, that's almost as big as me. So,
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we're going to try to get everyone together.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people. Listen, I know some people that are having things and it's 25 people. So I guess it's not money compared to others, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how it all turns out. It's,
That's one reason why I wanted to go out to eat, because it's just not enough room for everybody to be in one place, and it's usually a little stuffy in the house that we're in, and we just die in like it's so hot here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but the kids, they don't eat for long. They eat quick and then they get up and want to do stuff. So, I mean, probably be fine to have them down in this area. But this area is a mess because I'm trying to finish these 2 rooms over here.
You didn't get anybody in there yet?
Well, I did. They supposedly finished the sheetrock. I went in there. It looks pretty good. I've got a prime now. Some of the walls are textured, and so they put sheetrock up. So that's like, okay, where's the texturing on the thing? So he gave my wife a sponge and told her to go get some sand. I don't know if you've ever heard this technique. You put some prime. There's just going to be sort of a building segment of the live today. Put some sand in the primer. Then you mix the primer up with some sand in it. And then you get this brush and then you put a swirl effect. So it puts a little bit of a swirl. So part of the room is that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna put flat paint on. It'll be fine. It's no problems. But
why are you swirling the wall?
well, that's just the way it's like part of the walls like that already. It's just when we build the house. That's like down here. All the walls have that effect on it. I have flat paint. You can't really see it that well, but there's a swirl effect, like this texturing effect they put on the wall.
Right.
So in that closet, there's areas like that. But when they had to cut out and put some new sheetrock in, they just put flat sheetrock. You can't have half the wall. I guess you could, but it looks weird when you do stuff. So we've got to sort of fix it and finish it off. So my wife says, "Oh, I'll figure it out." I'm glad you'll figure it out because I sure wouldn't be able to do it.
Tell her just to YouTube it.
Is that right? You realize when I go on YouTube and I see something and they're like, it either looks too easy and any idiot can do it. It makes me look like a big dummy, or the people on there aren't doing it right, and then I don't do it right, and then it looks terrible. So you can't trust YouTube for everything.
I mean, it gives you a general idea.
Yeah, if you watch the right channel. But if you're wrong to watch the wrong channel, if you ever watch somebody put something together and at the end they catch themselves on fire or fall down the stairs, I mean, that would be me. I'd be like doing everything they do, and at the end you realize they're idiots. These people are idiots, and I've ruined whatever it is that I did. So.
No, I've never really watched any kind of YouTube, whatever, because
do-it-yourselfers.
I don't have to worry about that. Terrell does everything.
I understand. Yeah, you keep saying that. Mm-hmm. I don't have to worry about it because my wife does everything, but in this case, she doesn't know how to do it. So, and she's like she keeps saying, "Oh, it's just a closet." And it's like that's where I want to put my studio, though. I mean, it's just a closet to you, but to me, I want it to look nice in there.
Why? Nobody's gonna go in the closet.
Me? I'm gonna be in there, and my background will be in there.
Well, yeah, but you'll have pops behind you, right?
Well, I hadn't planned on putting pops directly behind me. I was going to put.
You're not going to have nothing behind you?
I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I'm still toying with the ideas of coming up with an axe, put my axes up and my swords up.
Well, yeah, nobody will be able to even tell the texture.
Yeah, I know, but you still want it to look nice. I'm picky. You have to understand, I'm very picky. I don't want, if I look at something, like have you ever looked at something and there's like something just a little off? People just glance, oh, it's no big deal. I stare at it. And I fixate on the smallest thing. It ruins the whole thing. I cannot have that.
My daughter and my husband do that. They'll, as him being a handyman and all that, the kids growing up, every time she goes somewhere, she's just like, yeah, that's not right. Yeah, that's not right. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just, it's just like I spend, people are like, oh, it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. But when you're a little bit OCD, you have a tendency to stare at things that aren't right. I like things to be, and there are places where I'll go and I just like, I don't even want to be in here because it frustrates me the way that it is. So,
oh man. Eric wants to know if you're going to film yourself slopping in the gravy and eating the canned cranberry for your OnlyFans.
I see. He sounds like he's interested because he wants to know or something like. You want a schedule of when that might happen, Eric? Is that what's happening? I'll let the OnlyFans know. But that's what the plan is. So, but thanks for the idea. That's a great idea.
Ezra says, "Hey, you two. What's up?
What's up, Ezra?" So, anyway, but yeah, we're working on it, but it's just slow. It's so slow. I'm so impatient. So I got to prime in there and paint, and then hopefully I got to start staining in there and get some of that stuff done. So.
You got to stain too? Oh my goodness!
Well, I've got the the thing that I built, the workbench.
You built a workbench?
Yeah, my dad and I built the workbench a while back, and we it didn't go well. We should have recorded it, but I could never have posted anything on YouTube because we cursed the entire time. I had at least 4 emotional breakdowns from that experience, and it's just like. And I told my dad. I think I told this on the last. I told my dad when he was like, "Yeah, I'm coming." I thought he was going to bring my brother, because when my brother does something, he knows how to do it right, and he asked me to hand him the hammer, and that's my job, is to hand the tools and to stay out of his way before he hits me between the eyes. My dad, he has these ideas, and he'll tell, "We need to do this," and then we'll cut it, and we'll, one time we cut something. He's like, "It's still too short." I was like, "Yes, you cannot make it longer. Once it's short, it's short." So we went round and round and did a bunch of stuff. So it's frustrating. It was very frustrating. So yeah, I got to stay in that workbench now. So
911 999. What's your emergency, sir? Can you please calm down? Ha 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 ha. That woman still annoys me.
I hear you.
So Ryan was on Popping Around the World this past Tuesday, and we did role playing, and I was the 911 operator, where he is, it's 999.
That's weird. Where is he? Canada?
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland.
And so every time he would call 999, it was the same operator. He was getting annoyed with her.
You gotta be careful with those 911 operators around here. You can't be angry with anybody. They'll get you in big trouble.
Well, and it was late at night, and she was the only one working. I mean, what do you expect if you just keep calling over and over and over? You're gonna get the same person.
It's true. It's very true. I don't know. I've only called 911 maybe once, maybe twice, probably once. I remember driving down the road one time, and I was going down this little back road. I came over the hill, and there's a car engulfed in flames. I mean, the fire is just coming off this thing, and there's a person standing next to it, and I realize it's a police car, and there's a policeman that's standing next to it and just staring at it. I'm like, okay. I was like, what should I do here? So I'm driving down the road, and I was like, okay, I could pull over. But so what I did was I went down the road, I pulled over and stopped, and I called 911 out of sight because I don't want to get involved, but so much. So I called 911, and I told them, hey, just want to let you know that on this road there's a police car on fire. And they said, oh yes, we know. They didn't seem to be bothered at all. So it's like, oh yes, we know, somebody's on their way. I said, so everything's fine. Oh yes, we got it handled. Don't worry about it. Okay, fine. Have a great day. Hung up the phone and off I drove. I mean, if I had to circle back, I guess I could have. But I try not to get involved with, a lot of that stuff unless I absolutely need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, one day I was on my way back from bringing Trey to school, and I was in my pajamas. Well, there was a wreck right in front of me. Well, the lady her car, okay, I was at a stop sign this way, and then there was a street right here where there was no stop sign. Well, the lady was coming from this way and went to turn down the street that I was on. Well, the people in front of me, I don't know if they didn't, I don't exactly even know how the accident happened. It happened so fast. I don't know if they just didn't stop long enough for her to pass, and then they went forward and clipped her, or if they thought she would, I don't know. They just didn't give her enough time to clear their vehicle, and they went forward and they clipped the back of her vehicle, and it totaled it. Her tire was like this. She couldn't even move it out of the roadway. And then the ones that hit her at the stop sign, the passenger lady, she gets out and she starts hollering and screaming and telling her what was her problem and this and that. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, I thought there was going to be like guns blazing and everything, as serious as this girl was. And the lady that got hit gets out. She's pregnant. I'm like, oh, So this whole time she's trying to say, like, what do you mean? Why are you fussing at me? You're the one who, I wasn't really trying to get into all that. And that girl's just steady, just fussing and cussing and telling her all kind of stuff. And I'm just like, I don't want to be involved in this. As soon as they moved their vehicle out the way, I went home. I was like, I'm not staying to get involved because I really didn't see what happened. Yeah. So I wouldn't have been a good witness anyway.
Yeah, well, no doubt. I mean, like I said, if somebody, obviously if there was an accident and somebody needed some help, I would pull over to do anything. But if you're just in the way, like, I'm not trying to do that. My dad, he's a priest, and whenever there was an accident, when I was a kid riding with my dad, he would pull over and stop and go check to see what was going on. And there were a couple times where he's, told stories where he helped people, pull people out of a car and different things like that. Because years ago, he used to work for the ambulance service. And this is how, I guess people don't realize what the ambulance service is now compared to what it was when he was doing it. He actually ran his own funeral home, but he lived in a small town, and it was also the ambulance service. So he would drive the hearse down, which is kind of scary. Like if you're driving down the road and you're in a hearse and somebody pulls over to help put somebody in that's injured or something, they're going in the hearse. They must have been horrified. What are you doing? But like I said, back in those days, they had sort of a different style vehicle. It was a little bit bigger, but they would put people in the, in the ambulance. So he would help people. He said he delivered many babies and did all kinds of different things.
So he was a priest.
No, this was before he was a priest. Before he was a priest, he ran a funeral home. But he was also ran an ambulance.
An ambulance driver.
It was like he's a private ambulance driver back in those days. It wasn't like now where they have all these emergency vehicles.
Wow.
So they would call and say, "Hey, we've got an emergency. Who's nearby?" And all these private emergency, companies would go and pick them up and do whatever they needed to do. They would, move people from one hospital to hospital or something like that. So he did a lot of that too. So he would always, he could offer to get involved until he got to be really old and he couldn't even bend over anymore, let alone help anybody. So, but early on he would stop a lot of times and help people. So, but yeah, I just like, and he says just like, you gotta be real careful when you're doing stuff like that too, because like when he was driving along and he was in an ambulance and he said that there would be a cop car that used to, every now and then there would be a cop that would kind of go in tandem with them to try to clear the way so the ambulance can get through. Yeah. Because they didn't really have lights on the cars back in those days. It wasn't just a hearse. So they use a police to try to, they'd go in front and there would be a police car in the front, police car in the back. And he said there were a lot of times there were accidents with the police car because the people would pull over for the police car as they went by, and then the hearse went by, and then they'd pull out and there was a police car in the back and smash right into people because people weren't watching. So you said you got to be real careful about.
Oh, my daughter's almost been in wrecks before. She's an EMT, and they just have no regard for an ambulance coming down the road. None.
Sure. Yeah.
Umpty says when he was a kid, his brothers put him up to dialing 0 and telling them Tutti Frutti ate my duty. They finally called back and got my mom. LOL.
Oh dear.
And then Eric says 911 is BBC, and my underwear got caught in my seatbelt and tried to reach around but hurt my back, so I'm stuck. Please help me. By the way, my underwear may be a different color upon arrival.
that I could definitely see that happening for sure. So gotta be careful. We
have a lot of poo-poo stories, so I'm sure.
Yeah, well, they're not as many as I'm sure in the future there'll be many more to come, but right now I'm doing pretty good. I haven't had one in a while. That's good. So, the poo-poo are all the same.
So, now if we could, after Thanksgiving, if we could just fast forward to Christmas, that would be nice.
You want to fast forward to Christmas? You got all your shopping done for Christmas.
I don't do Christmas shopping.
What does that mean? Everyone's out of luck?
No, that's why we take Christmas trips. When the kids, about 10 years ago, the kids were getting older, and either they would misplace the toy, it would break within a week, they would lose it, they got uninterested, or outgrow whatever it is. So finally we sat down when we said, hey, we want y'all to listen to this. Tell me what you think. And it's totally up to you. If you want to do it, good. If you don't, we understand. So we sat down and said, how about instead of buying Christmas gifts every year, we take Christmas trips. That way we can make memories and have time to spend together. And then every year we would go to a new place. Well, we would still bring their stocking and fill up the stocking full of stuff. So they still got something.
Right.
It just wasn't as, like a big old Christmas around the tree kind of thing. And they all agreed. They all wanted to take trips. So every year we would take a Christmas trip, and it was a different place every year. And we brought our books, and we would tell the original Christmas story, and then we would tell the Santa's on the roof story, and then we sing Christmas carols together, and then we eat cookies and drink hot chocolate.
It's nice.
So every year when we would go somewhere, they would make sure we brought the books because they wanted to keep the tradition. And this year, unfortunately, it's only going to be our youngest, but because our older two are, old.
So get kicked them to the curb, or they got their own thing going on?
Well, my daughter works for an EMT, so they don't get holidays off.
Oh, right.
And so she's going to be working. And then my oldest, we don't know what he's doing. He's probably going to be with his friends. So,
okay.
But yeah, so we started doing that, I guess about 10 or so years ago.
Yeah, something different. I think it's
cool.
it
was nice. And then we would bring their stockings, and Christmas Eve, I would let them open one or two of, I'd wrap a couple of them and put them in there. And then Christmas morning, they would get their stockings and open them up in the hotel.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to a point. Unfortunately, it's getting to a point. Like for the grandkids, it's one thing. I mean, although like my nieces, all they want, and the grandkids for that matter, is air. I mean, they want you to buy them, time on Apple products. I mean, you're not really buying anything. You're literally buying air. I mean, my parents used to get frustrated because they would buy me a toy that after a couple months it's broken or you don't use it anyway. I mean, now I'm literally paying for air because they're just, they're playing for a game and then they don't even play the game in like a couple weeks or whatever. So, I mean, that's fine. That's what they want. That's fine. It's just, there's that. And then for the older people, it's just like, oh, I don't really need this or I don't really need that, because whenever they have enough money, they buy whatever they want to buy whenever they want to buy, including myself. So it's just like we're racking our brains trying to find something. It's like I'm trying to invent something that I actually want. Now, for me, I like Funko Pops. I can give them a whole list of Funko Pops, and they can do it. But most of the people are just like, I don't really need anything. It's there. So I just like, look, I keep threatening people. You tell me what you want, or you're literally going to get nothing. How about that? So if that's what you're looking for, then, and that's why I said, well, maybe the older people, we don't need to buy each other anything. Because me and my brother had gotten to a tradition where we were buying each other gift cards. And then for 2 years in a row, we got each other a Lowe's card of $50. He'd give me a $50 Lowe's card, and I gave him a $50 Lowe's card. I said, let's not do this anymore. So he's the only one that's made this agreement that we're not buying for each other anymore. So I don't buy for my brother and his wife. I just buy for the nieces. But I cannot talk anyone else into it. I swear. They're all, I want to open something. Well, tell me what you want to open then. And then they're just like, oh, well, you're going to get a box then. How about it'll be just like giving a 1-year-old. When you give a 1-year-old a box, just to open and tear paper all over the place. That's what it's going to be. Because I don't know what to put in there. So
I know several years we've been like, my mother-in-law, don't get us nothing. We don't need nothing. We don't want nothing.
Right.
I don't know, because her gifts aren't what I want. So why spend the money to give me something I really don't want? But every year she just has to get something.
Yeah. And my mother is really a thing where my grandmother years ago, she used to, buy tons of presents for everybody, and we would go to her house. That was the tradition. And you'd go into the living room, and literally you could not walk on the floor. It was gifts everywhere. I mean, just from wall to wall gifts. And so my mother wants to continue that tradition because that's what she's used to, and sort of kind of keep that going. So you can't talk her out of it. That's just what she wants to do. And so, far be it for me to stop her from doing what she wants to do. But as far as everybody else, my vote is to try to not do that, or do some people do like a Secret Santa thing, or, whatever, like a swap, just so I only have to worry about buying for one person.
Right.
But then nobody wants to really go for that either. So I don't know. I let my wife handle it. She buys whatever she buys, and that'll be that, I guess. So
yeah, I don't really. And then when I do mostly shop, it's mostly online anyway. So
yeah.
Will you be wearing the elf costume for the holidays or Santa suit? Inquiring minds want to know.
I don't dress up for Christmas. We have our Christmas tradition where everybody wears our Christmas hats. Everyone has a Christmas. And I have one that was got my name on it in glitter. I think it's kind of nerdy, but my mom wants everyone to wear it. We do the same things we would do when we were 5. So the tradition has not changed from then on at my mother's house. Now, as far as here with my wife and her family, it's just like every year is kind of a new thing. I don't know what the plan is. Nobody tells me nothing. I just show up. I just found out today there was going to be 13 people here for Thanksgiving. So just like, look, as long as there's gravy and my cranberry waiting for me. Whoever shows up and walks through the door is what's going to be, I guess. So I'll be the same thing for Christmas, I guess. So
well, we started about 4 or 5 years ago. We started buying matching either shirts or pajamas. So one year we went to the beach for Christmas, and we all had matching Mickey Mouse pajamas. And so when we all dressed and went to the beach and took pictures. Everybody that saw us that day was like, "Oh, look how cute y'all are! Y'all all matching!" And everybody couldn't get over how adorable and cute it was. And so now we did that 1 year. 1 year we did. 2 years we've done matching shirts, and so whenever I can get them all together to take a picture. I don't think we're going to get a group picture this year.
There was some scuttlebutt about ugly sweater, doing some ugly sweater something, and they had a thing where my mom has all these sweaters that she had from the 80s, and they look like those are ugly sweaters anyway. I remember going one place, I don't know, we were at some party somewhere, and my mother was wearing one of these sweaters, and like, "Oh, you wore an ugly sweater." My mother was horrified because she was just wearing one of her Christmas sweaters. It wasn't meant to be ironic. It wasn't meant to be an ugly sweater. It was just my mom's sweater. So that was
oh man, that's funny. Me and my daughter went to a youth thing once, and she made us each an ugly sweater. It was cool.
Yeah, I don't want to be all hot and sweaty and wearing something ugly.
Sweaters.
Yeah, I'm not really a sweater person, so not really my style. Or as the English say, jumper. I've never really understood if there's any people from that area of the country that calls things jumper. I don't understand why it's called a jumper. I learned all this stuff from Harry Potter, but that's what I heard, that a sweater's called a jumper.
I'll be right back. You entertain the crowd.
Entertain the crowds. All right, let's check and see what everyone's up to. Hope my video helped Welsh. I know I'm a small YouTuber. Oh, that's nice of you. Yes, Eric, I will not be dressing up. I don't really dress up for anything. So the only thing I dress up for is Halloween, and that's just for on video. I don't want to be caught in somebody else's video or TV or anyone to click a picture and end up where it shouldn't be. So I have kind of an automatic Santa thing going on with my beard, though. It's very unfortunate. It never used to be this white until the last couple of years. It's really gotten very Santa-ish. So kind of get away from that. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving and the holidays. I love the holidays. Luckily, I'm getting a few days off from my work to be able to do that. Hopefully, everyone's going to have some time off with their family. My brother actually works for the airlines, so he's got his own thing he's trying to work out, trying to figure out what his schedule looks like. So I know a lot of people, not everybody gets off for the holidays, so you make the holidays on whatever day that you do. I remember 7 or 8 years ago, we had a big snowstorm for around here anyway. And when we lived in Maine, it was probably a tiny snowstorm, but for around here, the huge snowstorm, we got like 5 inches. And so we weren't able to get together for Christmas until February. So it was sort of an interesting time where Christmas is whenever you say Christmas is. So that's what we had to do. We had to wait till we could all get together at a later date. But it was still fun. We still had a nice time. So yeah. Elves. See, Eric says, "Come on, elf suit and run through the mall would be awesome." Yeah, I don't really think that sounds like a very good idea. I'd be afraid that if I had gotten an elf suit, there'd be a line of people lining up like Santa was going to be showing up any minute. I don't need to create any kind of buzz like that. So, Full Metal Alchemist fan says, "I'm from the UK. Jumper is just a term." I know. I wonder why. Of course, we have terms that I guess I don't think about either. Why something is called something else. I know why it's called a sweater, because when you put it on, you're instantly sweating. But I just always wondered why it was called a jumper. I just thought that was weird. You jump into it, like you get the sweater and you just kind of jump into it. I don't know. But anyway, the thing is kind of interesting about watching Harry Potter and things like that is it just seems really cool because to me, because of the language they use, but my guess is it's just language from England and the UK that, you know, just like they say Happy Christmas, and I just think that's cool. It seems magical, when in reality, my guess is it's just what you say anyway. Here we say Merry Christmas, so it just seems so weird and seems, again, magical, etc. So, but yeah, I do like. I'm missing my Harry Potter. Speaking of that, last Christmas I had an advent calendar where I had the 24 little doors you open and pull out the little pops. This year I got a different advent calendar. I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet. I'm sort of toying with the idea of last year I did every day I pulled a little figure out. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it weekly or how I'm going to do it, but I don't think I want to do one every day. So, are you doing an advent calendar?
No.
Yeah, I got.
I didn't have any that I liked this year.
Yeah, there was some that I looked at a couple. I was between two. I didn't want to do Harry Potter again because I did that last year, and it was I saw some of the figures were going to be the same. But I was between a Lego version of Marvel, like they have little Lego men that are Marvel. I thought that was cool. And I didn't get that one, and The Office, and that's the one I ended up getting. I got The Office. You don't like The Office?
Mm-mm.
Anyway, it should be cool. I'm looking forward to it. So last year I did one every single day, and some of them were really, really short videos, and maybe that's okay, but they didn't do as well. So I haven't decided if I'm going to do them like open for the week, like in one video, or still sort of toying with that idea.
And then sure, it's kind of aggravating to have to do one every single day too.
Well, the mystery. I mean, just pull back the veil here. I would do usually the weeks at one sitting anyway. I would just do one video and record, pull my shirt off, and put a different shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
It's not like I literally,
would sit down every day and do it.
Would sit down every day and do it. I would do like a video.
Maybe not all,
but
once a week you record all your videos in one day.
I try to do that. Lately I haven't been able to do that, but in the past I have done that. I would record at least 3 videos in one sitting, and then just edit them and throughout the week, and then post them, at that particular time. But I mean, early on, I would do about 2 weeks worth, record them, edit them, and then schedule them. That's what I should do in advance. But I've gotten to a point where it's just like. It's a lot more work than people imagine, editing the video. And I don't even do really tight edits. I had sort of kind of run through the things, but the thing like taking the pictures and adding them in and doing all the other stuff that I do to my videos, it takes time, and people don't realize maybe as much how much time it can take. And then my wife again with the thumbnails. So
I noticed that you gave me a compliment and said that you liked the thumbnail for today.
Yeah, it did. You did. It looked good. I appreciate that.
I'm trying to improve on doing thumbnails and making like little videos and stuff like that. So,
yeah, it's sort of interesting. My wife and I try to work on different styles of thumbnails, just kind of playing around with the idea and just seeing if it does make a difference. Sometimes, and again, I don't really know if it's you don't really know. You might think, oh, it's the thumbnail, but maybe it's the content that's in that particular thumbnail. Maybe it's the title you're using. Maybe it's some of the tags. I don't really know, but I'm guessing that certain thumbnails seem to work a little better than others. So I try the ones with me in a different like outfit or something like that, or a different body. People seem to like those, so we try to do more of those. So, well, it's a lot of work for my wife. That's the downside, but I'm okay with her working a lot of extra hours for me.
I wish I knew how to do that. I may need to get her to give me some instructions, because I would like to do that too, but I don't know how. I was going to do it for today. I was going to put your face on the barbarian.
I see.
But I was like, I don't know how to do that.
Well, she just recently got a new laptop because the other laptop wasn't doing so well. And so I think she's going to look at some new software, and hopefully she can find some stuff, because there are other people that can get it done much easier because the software you're using. She used some more older software that it took a lot more to tinker to make it work better. And some of the blends were a little harder to do and such, but I'm hoping when she'll be able to do some of those things. So
Eric's hoping that at the end of each of your videos that your wife will throw a snowball at you.
Is that right? Just like yeah, exactly. And that would have a rock in it. You know what I'm saying? Just because that was one of the things that happened in the office was one of the Christmas parties that Dwight threw a snowball at Jim. Well, actually, Jim threw a snowball at Dwight, and then Dwight retaliated and destroyed him. So,
well, and I was actually have started putting stuff, trying to put things like, whenever people say I'll put it here, I've started trying to do that too. So like when I do mystery boxes, whatever they show like on Instagram or whatever,
right,
of what the run looks like or whatever, I'll put it up. Or if I have a new Patreon, I'll put their logos, their channel logos up so people can see. And
well, the thing of it is like when you look at the thing, people don't, maybe people do realize this, but I guess I didn't realize when I first went on. Most people watch like my videos on their phone. So when you do that, you can put a little time, you're never going to see it. But some people do actually watch it on a bigger screen. So if you watch on a bigger screen and you pause it, you can sort of see. So maybe the percentage of people looking at that, it's et cetera. So I don't do that all the time, but if there's a really good glamour shot, like there's some really good top grails in there, I will try to put that in there.
Well, I know most of the time I watch videos on my TV, my big screen, or on my laptop. I very rarely watch a video on my phone.
It depends on where I am. If I'm on the go, sometimes I'll watch it on my phone. Like I'll take my lunch break, and sometimes I'll watch a few videos there, or But when I'm at home, I try to watch it on my laptop or the TV or my tablet, which is a little bit bigger. It's not huge, but you can still see everything else that's going on. And then for me, like when I hold up things, like I'm so far back against my camera, you can't really see it very well. So I always try to put a picture over to the side, just so, because there are a couple of times also I held them up and the ring light just glared right off the screen. You couldn't see anything I was holding up. So it's a good thing I had put the picture next to it. So
yeah, Ryan said it can take it takes him an hour sometimes just to do a YouTube short. That's why he hired an editor.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, if you can do that, I mean, obviously that's the thing to do, is to try to get obviously want to try to get looking professional, looking real nice and stuff like that. So a lot of ways to do it. Some people do a lot of cut edits. Some people, like myself, I just do one. I have a tendency to do one long edit. When you're opening a mystery box, for me, it's just like I do that because if you cut it, then maybe people are like, well, you didn't really pull that out of the mystery. I mean, you could really pull a fast one very easily on people by reaching down and, hey, I pulled out this awesome $1,000 grail out of something or whatever it is. And I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to be honest with people about this is what I'm pulling. So, but
yeah, I like how you can see your stuff sitting in front of you. Mine, the way I'm sitting at a folding table for right now. Eventually, I'm moving to a desk, but you won't be able to see. I mean, I usually show what the box looks like when I open it. But you
can angle your camera down. You don't want to angle it down. You can angle it down.
I mean,
I'm trying. That's another thing I'm trying to do is like it's on a tripod. Lately, I've been pushing it up more and tilting down. Like in the past, it was here, and people like when it used to be really low, and people would comment, and some other people would. It looks like I'm sitting down really low and looking up, almost up my nose, which I'm not really. Nobody wants that. So we tried it up in the middle, and now it's a little bit higher and sort of looking down. So I'm trying different things and different angles and stuff just to see, what's the best angle to do some of this stuff. So you try different things and see how it works out.
I like the way I do it, and then I just show what the inside of the box looks like. Yeah. Because sometimes I cut it ahead of time, but I don't move anything out of the way, and I show. And then other times I cut it while on the video. I don't know. I do it different ways. Just depends.
Well, I mean, yeah. If you're, I always cut them on video, but sometimes it doesn't go as smoothly as one would like when you're doing that. So
it takes long sometimes. So.
Well, I try to speed up. I'll do like a speed run. And actually, it was one of those things when I first did it. I was like, this is kind of irritates me. I was sort of thinking about cutting the video. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So I sped it up, and then people liked it. People liked it when, it sounded like a chipmunk, me talking.
Yeah, like a chipmunk, it's hilarious.
So I try to leave that in whenever I can. So, but again, try different things. So.
Well, I've been having some older videos just sitting around, and I'm trying to get them all out by the end of the year. That way, the beginning of the year, I can start fresh with new videos to where I'm not having to adjust and, you know, so I'll put at the top older video, you know. But I have one that I ended up deleting from like a year ago.
By accident? Or
nobody's gonna see. No, I did it on purpose. I was like, nobody's gonna see this.
Why? What was wrong with it?
Because it was a year old. I was like,
one of the things JKL keeps doing, and I keep teasing about, he's like, lost footage. And I was like, do you lose everything? I mean, he's like done 8 videos in a row of lost footage. I'm just like, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't have known that it was lost, but yeah, I mean, you know, I depending on what it is. I mean, there's some things that I've done. I was just like, this is really bad. So I just like, well, I'm gonna put it out there. We'll see how it turns out. I mean, luckily I haven't lost anything. The one thing I did that really irritated me was when I did my FUNKO Ween video, and I leaned over, like I went to set a pop over my microphone that's right here. On the top is where the mute is, and I grazed it with my arm. And I should have known because it's red. I mean, it glows. Like, you know, I don't know if people have seen my mic. It glows. So when I'm not going to hit it because it's going to mute me. You hit on the top, it'll mute it, and it will go black. But I wasn't paying attention, and it muted it. So the last 3 minutes of the video is me talking and nothing. So it's just like, what am I going to do? So I had to cut that video up a little bit differently than I had planned on it. But you got to do with what you can do. So
the thing about it is, I'll open a box and I'll say, oh, I'm not going to keep this. This is going to go and whatnot. Well, then when the video comes, people are like, oh, you still have that pop, or I'll buy it from you, or you want to trade or whatever. And I'm like, it's already gone. Yeah. So like, I'll make the video and then, but it won't come out for weeks, but I'll have already sold the pop. So it wasn't lining up with real life. Like, you know, and so people I feel like they were getting kind of frustrated with the videos because I would say, oh, look what I just got. And then they would message me about it, but it would already be gone.
We could put a note already sold or something like that. I mean, I know I've seen a couple other people that sell a lot of stuff on various different things. And like, we already sold this and we made this, like, you know, almost made it like, you know, this was an investment kind of opportunity where they did this and we're actually able to make money on that particular thing. So, I mean, like I said, it's up to you, however you want to do it. But I would think as long as, you know, you let people, and you just let them know already sold for whatever. Yeah. People know. So.
Ryan says that he kind of works with his editor. I get him to do fancy stuff I struggle to do and then just add bits in before I upload. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some really cool. I mean, I know Chase's Kingdom. He does really, really awesome edits, and I've asked him a couple times about, you know, different things, but he's busy with his videos, etc. But he does really, really great stuff, and Eric does great jobs with his lives. This is the last compliment you're going to get, Eric, by the way. Merry Christmas. My early Christmas gift, a compliment, is he does really good job with edits during the lives and stuff like that. I can barely talk and stare at the screen. Okay, that's pretty much as I can manage right here. So, but yeah, a lot of people do really, really great stuff, but it's not everyone's expertise. So it's always good to reach out to somebody and have an editor or have somebody in the community that can maybe give you a pointer here. But people use so many different types of software to do this stuff that, you know, like I'll reach out to someone, hey, how'd you do this? Oh, I use this. And it's like, I'm using different stuff, so it probably wouldn't work. So unless I switched over, you know, because I've gotten to a point where I'm using my software and I can do it fairly quickly because I'm so used to it. So
I know one time somebody was going to help me with something. Terrell liked the little noise clips they put in and this and that. He's like, you need to find out what they do because I love that. I'm like, okay. I message him like, hey, how do you do this and this? And he's like, oh, I use this and you have to do this and this and this. And I'm like, it was so many steps. By the time I got to the end, I was like, I'm so confused and lost. I don't even know where to begin to even start doing this. So I never even did it.
Yeah. I mean, it can be a lot of work to get, you know, certain effects to work and to get some of the stuff. And like I said, you know, it's nice that people have different types of video styles that work for those things. And some people will do something and it works really great for their video, but maybe it isn't a really great fit just because somebody else did it and it was cool. So, you know, like I said, I try to see what other people are doing and it's cool. And sometimes it's stuff you feel like, oh, it's something I could add, or it's cool. You know, somebody else wants to do it. It's fine. So each his own.
Ryan said he uses DaVinci Resolve to do edits.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's not
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I've never.
Is that you do it on your computer? Is it a free? I'm all about free or very cheap stuff because there's a lot you can do with free software, with free apps and stuff like that.
Yeah, and YouTube is trying to sort of add certain things right into their service and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To try to make things better, etc. And like obviously, I get all my audio from YouTube. Some people can get it from other places too, but I get it all my stuff from YouTube, and they do a good job with some of the stuff there as well. So, but yeah, there is a lot of software out there. Some people when I first started, I started using Adobe, and there's some really good stuff you can use, but it's very, very complicated if you don't know what you're doing. And it was taking me forever to edit a video, and just like, you can do so many things here, but I just wanted to start off being sort of doing things simply and try to do as best I can with the content. And at some point, then add different effects as you go. So I just decided to use a different software to make things simpler for myself. So.
All right, so I'm gonna do my weekly Patreon wheel while I'm thinking about it.
All right.
So tell me how many times you think I should shuffle.
83 times.
83. That's kind of long. Lot of.
All right, then 8 times. How's that?
I figured you'd say 77.
No, that's just for Eric. We gave you a few extras. So.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
There you go.
First off the wheel is the winner.
Yeah, baby.
All right, below average gaming dad. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right.
And what does this person win?
Whatever I put in the box. No, I don't know.
You make a mystery box. Is that what it is?
I usually try to go off of what I know they collect.
Oh, okay.
So
you know everything that your Patreons collect? Is that what you're saying?
Not everything, but I try to be kind of up to date on what they like and don't like. For the most part, though, I pretty much know what everyone likes.
Very cool.
So,
well, congratulations to that person.
And most of the stuff that they've been winning, I'm just going to throw in their Christmas box because I'm sending everybody a Christmas box. So,
okay. All right. Very good.
I'll just add it to that, and then so it'll save me on shipping.
Yeah, shipping has gotten really nutty lately. I have a bunch of stuff I've gotten behind a bit shipping out some stuff, and I've got some stuff from Canada. I've got something got sent to Japan. I've got a big box I'm sending to Australia. That one's gonna be a tough one to take, but I gotta send it out. I've been sitting on it like a baby bird, so I gotta get out of here.
I can't imagine having to ship out like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, luckily there wasn't that many, but I've gotten behind a few weeks. That's the problem. So I just need to get my act together. I've been having problems with my back, and then I've been sick. So now I'm feeling well enough I can get out and get this stuff. So Monday,
I've gotten behind too. I haven't even gotten together the 1K stuff.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I actually spoke to a Flipcake about because that was what I won was a $25 item from Ezra, and he asked me, and I said, yeah, I need to think about it because I've gotten a couple of the the things already.
Yeah.
So it's just like I just want to think about what it is. And he said, oh, you can just get anything you want. So I got to think about it. Maybe I need to come up with an idea of something, and maybe I'll do something and give it away. I haven't decided. So.
Yeah, he said he gave you store credit.
Yeah, that was nice of him. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll work on that. So, but yeah, that was nice. It was a great 1K. So you should.
I had a good time. Yeah, I really did. I didn't expect it to go that long.
People were too nice to you. Too nice. You know what I'm saying? So probably didn't. You probably didn't deserve it. Let's be honest.
I don't know about that.
You probably didn't deserve it.
I think I deserved it.
I mean, if you're asking my opinion, which you didn't do, but I'll offer it anyway. So.
I mean, I think I deserved it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, la-di-da.
So, yeah, I really need to get on that and get a few of them were gift cards, so it shouldn't be that hard.
Can you send them digitally, or you got to put them in an envelope?
I don't know. I think I'll probably end up doing it digitally. It'll be easier.
Yeah, that works good. I mean, early on when I was doing some of my giveaways, I did a few of those, and it was really simple. I just asked people for their email, and like I did an Amazon gift card, $25. Took like 2 seconds for me to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
So.
All you need is their email?
For Amazon. I don't know how the other ones work, but yeah, I think Amazon worked that way. And you just go on the thing and shop for a digital. You got to make sure to be careful, because I almost accidentally ordered like a actual gift, but you got to type in digital gift card, $25 or whatever the amount is. And then you go in there and then you put it, and then it'll say, you know, their email address. And then you can say, you know, put them a little note from who. So I would say Bearded Barbarian and put a little note, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. And then I would hit it and it would say it was done. And then I would contact them and say, please check your email. Because sometimes stuff from Amazon ends up in people's junk mail. Yeah. So you got to be real careful of that. So I would contact them to make them sure. And they'd say, yeah, I got it. And we're straight.
I think the beginning of the year, I'm going to just start doing probably strictly gift cards.
Well, it's the thing that's cool about it, and that's one of the things I always ask people is when we did them, is whenever you get something, you know, if you could just, you don't mind just clipping a picture and sharing it, and I try to put it in the end of the video or put it on Instagram what somebody got, you know, or if they want to post something that they got on Instagram to tag me in, just so people could see. People are curious sometimes what people got or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was cool, but yeah, it certainly was convenient. So.
Yeah, way easier.
Well, yeah, I mean, because the unfortunate thing is like you're giving somebody something, and you're spending money shipping it. So it's just like you're not getting as nice of a thing because I have to spend the money to ship it. Would you rather have put more money into the item, the card, and then you don't have to worry about the shipping, because the shipping is just going to you know, postal service, and so you can do a little bit better for people if you do that. So
yeah.
Shipping can be tough sometimes. Like I said, especially now. I mean, some stuff for international, you can only use express shipping. They will not let you use regular shipping. So that's something I learned about when I tried to send something to Australia. I had like a regular soda that I was sending somebody who won in Australia, and I went in there. It normally cost me $25 to ship international. They're like, yeah, something's wrong here. All you can send is express. And I said, well, I was like, how long? He's like, yeah, get there in 2 days. I said, that's great. How much? $60, $60. And I was like, it's literally a $10 soda. I'm just like, wow. So I reached out to the person. We went back and forth, and I was able to get him a gift card, and it sort of worked out well from that perspective.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. So you just got to be careful when you're sending international. And that wasn't like that with everyone, because I sent something to, I think it was something to Ireland or something at the same time, and it was still fine. It was still $25 like normal. So something about Australia was only express only. So I heard a couple other places are doing that now too. So just around the holidays, there's too much package.
Yeah, they're supposed to have only gone up from October to the first of the year, and then shipping's supposed to go back down, but I doubt it will.
Yeah. Well, could be, maybe not, but I just let people know if you get something you're international, I'll check and see, and if it's normal shipping, then I'll just do it. If not, we'll have a discussion about it. So
I'm getting invaded by love bugs.
Yeah, someone said that the ladybugs this year are not the regular ladybugs. Is that what you're talking about?
That's what I meant to say, ladybugs.
Someone said that if they're orangish, then they're some other kind of thing, not really a fun ladybug kind of thing.
Yeah, they hurt when they bite. We were invaded a couple of years ago in our house. They were like everywhere. I want to say probably 20 in here right now. And they're the oranges. They're not the red ones.
Oh dear. Yeah, because around here they used to. I don't know if they still do this anymore. They used to drop them out of an airplane. They would fly over and drop out ladybugs. Something to do with the farmers or something like that. I guess it helps eat some of the other insects, so they would do that. But they would be everywhere. I mean, you would have them all over the place. But they were the regular ones, and they were just, it's still there.
Thanks for coming on, Hojo. I appreciate you hanging out today.
All right, Hojo, you have yourself a good one. But yeah, I don't know if they just still do that. But now these ones were.
I've never heard of them before.
What, dropping ladybugs? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they do that anymore, but they used to. No.
Well, we're hitting the 2-hour mark. We have about 5 minutes left.
Did your team win today?
No, they didn't.
Oh dear. Is the game over already?
I think so.
Oh.
No, third quarter.
So they haven't lost yet. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, it's pretty much over.
What's the score?
33-7.
Yikes! Who are they playing?
The Eagles.
Oh, Eagles are playing good. They started playing lousy, but now they're playing good.
Terrell's not even watching the game. He's like, "Yeah, I'm."
Gave up, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I was watching the score of the Colts and Bills game. That was the only one that I was interested in because
we're on our third string quarterback.
Right.
A lot of our offense is hurt. Mm-hmm. Like our kicker's out for the year. I mean, right. We're pretty much done for.
And that's what it sounds like. Yeah. Yeah. The only one I'm cared about is I'm hoping the Bills are losing or have lost because Patriots will then be leading our division.
Let's see. What time did that game start?
1:00.
Oh, it's not on mine. Let's see.
It should be.
The Bills. Oh, okay. It's who do you want to win?
Colts.
Oh well, it's safe to say that they won.
Oh yeah? What's the score?
It's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter, and the Colts are winning 41-15.
Yikes! Holy smokes! Yeah, we played the Bills twice more because they were leading the division. They lose today, then the Patriots are now number 1 in the AFC East. Then we play the Titans next week, and then we play the Bills, and then we play the Colts, and then we play the Bills again. So we got a 4-game stretch. It's looking pretty tough, but it's good that the Bills lost. So so it'll be interesting, but yeah, I gotta record some videos today. I gotta get off my duff and record some videos. I got some good mystery boxes to open though, so I'm looking forward.
Oh, that's good. What you got to open?
I still have that $150 kitchen. Oh no, it wasn't. It's Christmas comes early from I want this stuff to open. I'm gonna probably open that today, and then I've got a Templar Pops box that I just got. This is my first one of those.
Oh, I like them. I really enjoy their boxes.
Yeah, I bought them mainly because of, I don't know if I told you this or not. They live in a town that I lived in as a child, and little tiny town, Dover Foxcroft, Maine. It's a tiny little town in Maine, and so I just I'll give them some support and see how it is. But a lot of people said they got really good mystery boxes, so I'm looking forward.
Their loot boxes are good too.
No, okay, very good. Yeah, I'll have to see. I'm not sure. I was trying to remember the dollar amount. I don't remember. $60, $75. I don't know, something like that. That sticks in my mind for whatever reason. I don't know.
I think. Was it that one that had the Joker?
I'm not sure.
I think that was a $70 box.
Was it? Yeah, maybe that was it.
70 or 75 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like I said. It was. It looked like a good one. It looked like a real good one. So, I'm trying to remember where. Come on. What about you? Have you got any stuff to open? What do you got going on?
No, I had a JEMPOPS box Friday, and I recorded the video for that. I have 2 Martin Pops boxes I opened already and recorded. So nothing really. I haven't really been buying a whole lot.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've got those 2, and I got maybe one other one up there. But yeah, it was a $75. It was the Joker and who else is this? Superboy. But yeah, it's a $75 box. There were 21 boxes. So yeah, but it's supposed to be a total dollar value back, but mainly. So I'm looking forward to that one. So I got that one and then the other one to open, and I've got some sodas that just came in, and then I got a very cool pop from Whatnot that I purchased individually, but I need to open that, etc. So yeah, like I said, I was sort of waiting till I get my stuff ready, my room ready, but I can't. I mean, who knows when my wife's going to get in there to paint. I need to get her paintbrush for Christmas. That's the good Christmas gift. A bucket of paint and a roller. That's what she's going to get for Christmas.
Sand.
And some sand. There you go. Exactly right. I hope she can figure that out. I told her, I said, I hope you do that in an area that's not going to be that noticeable, because it sounds like it's complicated. Oh, no. Just throw some sand in the bucket and do one of these and roll it on there. I was like, I don't think it works that way, but what do I know? So.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Just YouTube it.
YouTube it. Yeah, my wife will start her own DIY channel.
Yeah.
My brother wants to do that. He wants to start his own DIY channel. I was like, go for it, man. I hope you get lots of subscribers, and then you can attach yours to mine and help me get some subscribers too there, buddy.
Right.
So, a lot of people do go online to watch DIY stuff. Like, they don't know how to do something. They'll just like, yeah, how do I rebuild my car? I don't know that I would go to YouTube for that, but there is a place on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it. So,
yeah.
But
some of it, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So
right, fast forward to the ending and make sure that his car works when he's done. Don't try for the ending where his sleeve is on fire and he's running around. So,
all right. Well, I hope everyone has a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for coming today.
All right, thank you, everybody.
See you later. Bye.
Bye, everyone.